Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rants About Tech Live for Monday, November 18th, 2024. I hope everyone's having a great day. It is a sunny day in Philadelphia today. Sunny and relatively warm for a fall afternoon or morning, as it were. I hope everybody out there is doing well. Do we have anybody in the chat right now? We have a couple people in the chat. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me on this Monday morning, this fall Monday morning. Happy National Princess Day to anybody who loves princesses or dressing up or has kids that like dressing up. Definitely, if you got a princess in your life, let her know that it's National Princess Day today and that you appreciate her. You appreciate her being a princess, and it's her day today. So, what else we got going on here today? We got it's Mickey Mouse's birthday today. So this day, November 18th, 1928, Mickey Mouse came on the scene. So that's a thing today as well. So if you're concerned about Mickey Mouse and all of his buddies, he's the OG today. Mickey Mouse is the natural OG to all mice. He's the rat OG. He's the first RAT. He did the first Rants About Tech show way back in 1928. So that's another thing that's going on today. I see we got a couple more people in the chat. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me or joining us this morning. Welcome. Thank you. Happy Monday. I know Mondays aren't usually the best days. I'm just giving everybody else a chance to come into the chat here. So I'm gonna rant off some random facts for the day, as it were. Don't forget, to who it may concern, right? There are t-shirts up on the site, rantsaboutTech.com. I'm going to throw that in the chat down here. Oh, can I make, I got to make this window smaller so I can actually see the chat. Like, see the whole chat. There we go. Did that work? It did. Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm going to throw the link down here. Rants, whoa. That didn't work. RantsaboutTech.com is the site. I just started the site just to sell the pins that I was making. Which, speaking of which, I'm going to have more of those ceramic nib Lamys on the site very soon. I'm just finalizing the last sale of the last group of pins that I made. So once the last sale has been finalized, it should be finalized at the end of this week. We're going to be good to go. So I'll order more parts for those. I'll get more done. I'll get those up on the site. No raffle needed. I'm just going to throw those up on the site, maybe 3 or 4 at a time, and then see how well they do. And if they do well, then I'll just I'll try to keep more of those up on the site. So that's another thing. What else here? I'm definitely going to start doing articles and pictures on the site. So, if you've checked the site and you don't see anything but a t-shirt there for sale, check back intermittently. I don't know exactly when I'm going to make my first upload for that or first posting for that. But I'll definitely let everyone know when I'm going to do that. And I'll make a post, a YouTube post as well for that. So that'll be a thing that I'm going to be doing. So if you liked written articles or written reviews or some of the tutorial stuff in a more written format, and so you can see like high def pictures of it too, so you know exactly what it looks like and where you're supposed to go. Those are the kind of things I want to start putting up on the site for people who are interested in that kind of thing. What else we got here? Oh, shout out to how's it going? We got my Amaro in the chat. Says, hey man, just started watching your channel. I'm stuck between the A6X2 versus Boox Go 10.3. Wanna read and just take some notes down and have a planner in place every week and work. Yeah. So let's take a detour to this chat question here. So, and this is something I get quite often in my comments, and a question that I receive from people that know me personally. But the A6X2 and the Boox Go 10.3, there's a couple things you have to consider when you're making that decision. One of those things you have to consider is size, right? That's the biggest difference between those two devices, in my opinion. Are you okay with the A6X2 size? On a quick side note, the A5X2, which is a bigger size, it's a 10.6 inch screen, Mobius display. Um, Same exact display. I think that the Viwoods AI paper is using. I think that's the same exact screen that they're going to use on the, or that they are using for the A5X2. So size is a big thing, and if you can wait a little bit for the A5X2, which I personally believe is coming out next year. They haven't announced a date or pre-orders or anything like that, and some people think it's coming out this year. So we don't have much left in this year to really let play out. But my prediction is it's coming out next year. And if you can wait until December next year, maybe even February, I doubt February. I think they'll definitely hit January. If you can wait till then, yeah, definitely. I would wait for the A5X2. That makes the comparison a little more apples to apples when you compare the Go 10.3. So that's the first thing. Are you okay with the size of the A6X2? If you are okay with the size, then we have a conversation to be had. If you're not okay with the size, full stop. It ends there. Wait for the A6X2 or A5X2, then decide what you want, the A5X2 or the Go 10.3. The Go 10.3 will still be valid for a long time. Like, to me, I got lots of thoughts on the Go 10.3, man, and they're all good. They're all good. But so anyway, if you're okay with the A6X2 size, then now we can continue the conversation. Now it's all about, you said all about what you do with the device, right? I want to read and just take some notes. Okay, if you want to read, the A6X2 is not for you. People will make an argument. Oh, it has a PDF reader. It has a reader app. You can get Kindle on it, and you can. And in that case, maybe. But natively reading, I don't, I just, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never used the Kindle app on the Supernote, so I can't say what the options is like. If anybody knows what the options are like in the Kindle app for the Supernote, do you get more options for viewing the pages in the Kindle app on the Supernote? Do you get contrast options? Do you get reflow options? Do you get options for how the text actually looks on the screen? That's what I'm concerned about, right? That's why I say the Supernote is not for readers. It's for writers. It's for those who write, not for those who read, in my opinion. Unless you're reading the notes that you wrote on it, then yeah, it's for readers. Let's go to this the second one. What about Viwoods? I hear a lot of mixed reviews, and yes, what if my answer is yes, size of a A6 is fine. Yeah, so that's what we're going into right now. So if the A6X2 size is fine with you, then I'd say reading. Okay, well, it doesn't have a really good reading app if the Kindle isn't excellent. And like, I'll wait for people to let me know in the comments how they feel. Let me know how they feel about the Kindle app on the Supernote if anybody has any experience with it. I personally don't. But I can't imagine it being any better than or anything close to what Boox has on their operating system, right? So this is my personal opinion about the A6X2 and the Go 10.3, or even the Go 10.3 itself, right? To me, it's the best example of eInk right now. It's not the device I use the most. That would be the Supernote. But it's that's debatable. I think I want to stop saying device I use the most, because I use the Supernote and the Go 10.3 about the same amount right now. But as far as what I touch every single day, it's the Supernote. Every thought goes into that thing. But I would never choose the Supernote as something to read on, ever. Like, if I'm gonna read something, I'm picking up another device. I don't care what it is. That's the last thing I'm picking up. It just it's a cumbersome situation reading things on the Supernote platform. Unless they do something drastically different on the A5X2 when it comes out with the software that they're going to release with that, which I totally believe they're going to release a software update for the A6X2 that catches it up to what they're doing with the A5X2 when they release it. When that happens, we'll know what's about to come. We'll know. I don't think it's coming the next year, but we'll know then. So, if it's against the A6X2 and the 10.3, easy. 10.3, easy. Easy peasy. When it comes to the Viwoods, that's an easy choice too. Go 10.3. I'm not done fully going through the Viwoods. It's the Viwoods. I just got to the Viwoods. It's kind of taking a back burner to the other projects I have going because I have a couple more projects I got going on that involve the Note Air 4C and the Remarkable Paper Pro because I've been meaning to get information out on that device, but I haven't done it yet. And that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So I'm not really diving too deeply into the Viwoods just yet until I get done with those two projects. But I am using it in the meantime. So I do have some critiques on the Viwoods. But if it's still, again, if it's against the Viwoods and the Go 10.3, Go 10.3 all day. It's the best example of eInk we have in the world for note taking right now. It's not perfect. It's like, I'm just saying it's the best example of eInk. How it looks, the brightness of the screen, the thinness, the weight. I mean, it's the best example. Going back to the comments, we have all in her movements is remarkable. Books better for is it remarkable or books better for reading? For reading, books. I just don't. There's the only platform other than books that has brought anything good to the table for reading is Penstar with the eNote. But the only problem with the eNote is that it just doesn't. And let's you know what? I'm gonna just throw the laptop over here for now. And just, since I'm talking about tablets, I'm just gonna bring a few of those tablets that we're talking about out. Give me 1 second. Be right back. All right. Okay, so the problem here, or the thing here with the eNote is, or the problem with the reading is that no one offers you options. That's my issue with the reading landscape in eInk today. Unless you have a dedicated e-reader, the note takers really don't offer you much options. The Supernote platform, in my opinion, garbage for reading. I know people will argue against that. Whatever. It's to me garbage for reading. The Supernote, I mean not Supernote, but Remarkable, garbage for reading. I mean, PDF viewing, perfect, superb, sublime, bliss in a e-ink tablet. But if you're just for book reading, you just don't have the options that the books platform offers you. And like I said, in a perfect world where e-ink will conform perfectly for the situation that you're in, I could see this being something that people would use more. But the way it is today, the only other company or the only other note taking e-ink tablet that I've tested that has good reading options would be the Penstar, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. So this is the Penstar right here. So the problem with the Penstar is that it's pen only input, and that's not a problem. I say problem, but it's not an issue. But you kind of have to be looking for that kind of thing. You got to go into it knowing that what you're going to get. So it's pen only input, and you can only use this pen with it. The one cool thing about this pen is that you can change the nib out. So you can swap this with a ceramic nib if you want. You can swap it with a titanium nib or felt or plastic. Whatever nib you want to put in here, as long as it's a standard Wacom nib, you can put it in here. But you have to be using this pen. That's a thing too. I'm not sure what the deal is. I questioned Penstar about what the technology is in the pen. I didn't get a sufficient answer. It felt like they didn't want to give me that information for whatever reason. So they wouldn't confirm whether it was Wacom. They wouldn't confirm whether it was USI. Um, and for what it's worth, this pen has a sensitivity that's double that of Wacom and USI. So I'm not sure what technology they're using and why the sensitivity is doubled in this pen and what benefit that is. I can tell you this: it doesn't benefit the writing experience. That's for sure. So the reason why I say the Pen Star is the only other platform other than Boox that has decent reading is that they have options. And it looks great. like like um the eInk. I mean, so the thing with the eNote pen, the Pen Star eNote, is that it doesn't have, or here we go, it doesn't have a touch layer. So that's one layer you don't have to deal with. It doesn't have a color layer, and it doesn't have a front light. So that's three things that they don't have to stack on top of the display, that which gets the pen even closer to the display than it would be in the normal circumstances with other tablets. Which also means that the contrast, how good the eInk looks, is really cool, because it looks like it's just sitting right on top of the display. Yeah, but anyway, let's go to the chat real quick before I go ahead and go in on that eNote reading options. So we have. I hope I answered your question there, all in her movements. Boox is better for reading than the Remarkable, in my opinion. The Remarkable is good for a few things, and we'll talk about those after I get done answering these questions here. All Hunter Movement says, I like Boox for reading because you can load it with apps. But is there a smaller Boox that's not the Tab? Tab Mini is terrible for writing, so now it's just an expensive reader. That's exactly what I've been saying. You said what I've been wanting to say for months. With that, so thank you for saying that. And what she was saying is that the Tab Mini C, which I love that device. I love it because of the operating system it has on it, which is the Tab operating system, which has widgets, which was the only operating system that Boox had with widgets, other than what they have now with firmware version 4.0. So before version 4.0. The Tab OS was the only OS they had with widgets, and I loved the Tab Mini because of that. So that was a thing with me. I love that, and now, but the problem with the Tab Mini, of course, is that it's a tab machine, so it has that slick screen, the more glassy-like screen. It doesn't have a writing surface per se on top of it. It does have a film on top of it, but it's more for glare or anti-glare protection than it is for writing. But it's better than nothing if you can write on it and it not scratch the screen, because it has that very light, that film on it. But you're right. It sits up there now. I don't even use it. And the reason is because a couple of reasons. The Note Air 4C is just so good. I love it. I hated using the Note Air 3C because of the hardware problems I had with it. It had the squishy front side of the display, light bleed, the orange logo, the arrow that kept blinking on and off in the operating system for who knows why. It had problems. It's probably still got problems, but that's one of the reasons I didn't like using the Note Air 3C. So I would use the Tab Mini C because of that because of the operating system and the widgets, and I would use it for writing, even though the writing experience was terrible. But yeah, now that the Note Air 4C is so good, I use that for most everything, and the Tab Mini C is just sitting there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. I think I'm just gonna sell it. I mean, I would keep it as a reader if it were lighter and thinner, right? If they had made it lighter or thinner, I'd keep it as just a reader because it'd be the best reader. You can go anywhere on the web with that, download any app with that, get colors that are really good. The other product that Boox has is the Go Color 7. The Go Color 7. Welcome to the people who came to the chat. Thanks for joining us Monday morning here on National Princess Day. If you guys didn't know, also Mickey Mouse's birthday. So just want to put that out there. But anyway, getting back to the point here. Let's want to look at this screen. Getting back to the point here, that the Go Color 7 kind of took the place of the Tab Mini C for me because, um, it's better than the Note OS on there. It's not good. It doesn't have widgets or whatever, but you can go on the internet with the Go Color 7, and it's super small, super light, super thin. Uh, it could fit in a purse if you had a purse. You know what I mean? If you carry around a purse or a small bag or something like that, it could fit in there no problem. But it's even durable enough that you wouldn't even need to have it in its case to throw it in a bag. And that's another thing I like about the Go Color 7. So I had been using that instead of the Tab Mini C as for reading online because it was just more manageable to hold. But the screen is dark. That's the downside of the Go Color 7. That screen is super dark. Super dark. Yeah, the Go Color 7 it's a cool device. Like I said, it took over the Tab Mini C for me. It put the Tab Mini C on my whiteboard. I have two whiteboards. One whiteboard down low for reachable things, what I use all the time. Then I have a higher one that it's like my monthly calendar that I don't touch all but once a month. That's the board that the Tab Mini C sits on now. I never use it, so I think I might sell it. Um, Amanda Wilson, thanks for joining us. Uh, Happy Monday. Let's see who else we got in here. All in her movement says Boox has so many products when with random names confusing to order. Yeah, and that's one thing I grapple with in the comment section a lot is that their naming convention is crazy. They need to get some kind of unified naming convention that will just kind of let people know what they're getting just by the name. You don't have to look at the specs to know it. You know what I'm saying? Like take for instance the the um the Note Max. Like really though? I mean, it could just be the Go 13.3. That would let everybody know what they should expect from this device. The downside of that with that is that it has BSR and none of the other Go products have BSR. So I guess that would kind of break the whole naming convention. Look at me, I'm terrible. I'm doing worse than they are right now. So I'll stop. Let's go back to the comments here. No, we don't have any more. So let's go ahead and go to the eNote. So back to the eNote. Where are we at here? All right. So back to the eNote. Back to the eNote here. Um, the point I was making with the reader, and I got a couple questions about readers early on in the stream when people were saying, "Is this thing good for reading? Is that thing good for reading?" The only two devices that are good for reading, in my opinion, is one of the Boox products because you get so many options and not just options for what you read, but how you read it. So that's important. No other platform, Remarkable doesn't give you those options. You're confined to just reading books, not web stuff, a lot of my stuff is web stuff. And you're confined to how they want you to see it, right? So you can't really order it and format it how you want to see it. But that's what sets this particular platform here apart from the other ones that's not Boox or Onyx for that matter. So this platform has let me zoom down here. Now I'm only going to say that I like this platform. I wouldn't recommend this over getting the Go 10.3 at all for anyone, unless the pen input is supremely important for you. In that case, that's a different story. Let me brighten this camera up. All right, I think that helped. All right, so the thing here is that they have tools for reading that you don't get on other devices. And if you're okay with the pen only input, then this could be a really good option for you if you want note taking and a really good reader, and you don't want to get a Boox product. So this would be the only product I would recommend to anyone that's not a Boox product if you want a good note taker and you want reading. This is a good option for that, a good non-Boox option. And I say that because the eInk just looks so good. it rivals the Go 10.3. I still think the Go 10.3 looks better, and I'll get into why that is a little bit later. But it definitely rivals the Go 10.3 in how the eInk looks. Some might even say that this looks better. It's certainly closer to your pen to the screen than the Go 10.3 is, because of they don't have that extra capacitive layer on this device. But anyway, getting to the options. So it looks good, and it has the options that you would need to effectively read how you would want to read something and view it how you would want to view it. So you get so many options. You get a table of contents right here, which you don't get an extensive table of contents on a Remarkable device or a Supernote device. This is kind of extensive. You get the bookmarks, you get the annotations, you get your notes, and notes can live inside of these annotations here, and I'll show you that in a second. But you get how you want to display it, which is to me the most important part here. You can get, and you can apply these globally to everything or just this particular book. You can change the font size. You can change what font you're viewing. You can change the spacing right here. You can change the layout, whether it's original, vertical, horizontal. You can change the boldness of your lettering and the contrast right here. You can, obviously you can rotate the screen there. You have some more options over here. Let's see what we got. You can crop images, white edges out of the thing itself, so kind of giving you a more of a full widescreen view. You can show chapters at the top. What else we have? I like dual page and landscape is one of the features I like. So if you put it in landscape like this, you can kind of get 2 pages and swipe through in this manner, and it creases in the middle like a book would. It's really cool. I really do like what happened here. I really do like the options they give you, and they give you and another thing I like about it is they give you just enough options. They don't give you too many that will overwhelm you, but they give you enough of really useful options that really seem like it's customizing and making the experience just for you. So, and some of the options we got up here for annotating, clearly you can do, if I click the annotate button, you can just annotate anywhere on the screen. Now the pen isn't navigating anymore. It's being used to actually mark up things on the screen, if you want to do it that way. But just a lot of options, and that's why I say this is the only reader that I would suggest to get that has a note taker, the note taker that has a reader, if that makes sense. If it's not going to be a Boox product, if it's not going to be the Go 10.3, that is, the eNote is one that I'd recommend just because it has really good options, and none of the other ones outside of Boox can match that. All right, let's look at the Remarkable Paper Pro here and see what we got up on the agenda for the day. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, there we go. I changed the template. Let me change my template back. I don't know how let me go over here. I don't know how I changed this template on the Remarkable here. But I'm looking at it now, and I'm digging this template. It's actually pretty nice for if you want to write calligraphy or something. But let's change that back to something we want to deal with here. Oh, it didn't. It did work. Oh, there we go. Cool. Perfect. Awesome. That's what we were. All right. So, this or Go 10.3. If we're talking, if the this you mean is the that eNote, the eNote that I just showed you is from Penstar, so it's the Penstar eNote. That or the Go 10.3. What's better? Go 10.3. Without a doubt, the Go 10.3 to me is the better device. This mic. Yep. Yeah, the Go 10.3 to me is the better device. It has better note taking. It has better reading options. more. I wouldn't say better. I guess more, but the note taking is better on the Go 10.3, hands down. The note taking is just better. You have more tools, more traditional tools. For instance, the Pen Star, you can't. They have a table of contents, which is awesome, and it's and oddly enough, the table of contents, the way they implemented it on the Pen Star eNote, is exactly how Onyx implemented their table of contents on the Boox firmware version 4.0. It's the exact same thing. They looked at that and was like, oh, we like that. We'll put that in our device. And they just called it outlines instead of table of contents, but it's the same thing. They've implemented it exactly to the T, the same exact way the eNote does. So yeah. And the eNote doesn't have what it doesn't you can't copy notebooks, duplicate them and put them somewhere else. You have to copy the pages, make a folder or a note for it, then put those pages in a new note somewhere else. That's a weird thing too I didn't like about the eNote. And one of the biggest things I didn't like about the note taking on the eNote is that you can't select. So let's take a look at that real quick. So you can't select. Let's go back here. I do like the buttons though. The buttons are awesome. The buttons are awesome. I love it. We'll go into a note here. Okay, so one of the things I didn't like about the Pen Star, as far as note taking goes, and this was almost a deal breaker. I mean, this might have been a deal breaker for me. Is when you go and you lasso something. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, so you go and you lasso something. Say I lasso this. All right, now I have that selected. I don't get options for making that bigger. I can't shrink it, make it longer. I can't flip it. You know what I'm saying? I can't otherwise manipulate this thing other than to move it. And you see how that moves. It's rather choppy. And the longer you move something and the more you move it, say I stop moving it and try to go move it again, the more choppy it gets. To the point to where it's so imprecise, you don't know where it's going to go. And the finer movements, like I don't know if you can see this on camera right here. If I just move my pen just a little bit, oh, it moved. There it didn't move. I'm moving a little bit, and oh, there we go. It moved there. So if you move a small increment, and it won't register that you moved your pen at all. Like right there, I just did that. So you kind of got to use exaggerated motions when you do this. But like I said, one of the bigger issues is that one of the bigger issues for me is just that you can't manipulate it after it's been picked. One of the cool things though is what you can do is when you pick something is you get options at the site of selection, which I think is cool. Who needs it? Oh, Boox. Onyx with their Boox line need to take note of this. The only option they give you at the site of selection is AI, which is the dumbest thing ever. Like what? That's what you give me? Not cut, copy, paste? Not the outline that you're pushing in your newest firmware? Not that. AI. Can you tell I'm a little upset about that? Just a little bit. Anyway, they do give you options at the site of selection right here. But the cool thing to me is, I don't know if you can see this right here, but that says bold. That's cool. No other platform does that, and I think they all should. It just bolds that selection to make it stand out a little bit more. That is superb. I love that. I really do. I don't know why I like it, but I do. But anyway, there's a couple things in the Pen Star note-taking experience that could be worked on, and software. That's the beautiful thing about this. So let's go back to this Pen Star real quick. All of these things I'm talking about is software. The hardware to me is A-okay. The buttons, I wish they were like little eInk displays. That would make my heart so happy that if they came out with version 2 of this and these buttons were just like little e-ink displays that you could customize to give you a hint as to what that button does. Because right now, if you don't have good memory, you got to hit this top button and it gives you a list of what those things are. But how cool would it be just to have, and see, and you know what that would do? That would free up a button. That would free up that button right there to be something else useful other than the button designated to tell you what the other buttons are. You know what I mean? Like, that's the waste of a button almost. But if these buttons had little little e-ink screens on them, they would take almost no power. And you could customize them to kind of give you a hint as to what that button does. And at a glance, you would know what the button does. And you won't have to pull up a menu. And it would make this so streamlined and nice. It wouldn't even have to be a protruding button. It could just be a touch-sensitive e-ink screen. Oh, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That would be great. I would love that. Anyway, so the hardware is okay for me. It's they have little software things here that they need to fix. But those things, software is so easy to fix. You do an update, problem solved. One update. Hardware, not so easy. You got to refabricate things. You got to rethink it, how this is going to affect other things, your case. You know, so lots of things have to go into the hardware. So to me, as long as you get the hardware out of the gate, as long as you get the hardware good out of the gate, everything else can be worked on afterwards. Like, I'd almost be like I'm okay with that. Like, that's the video gaming industry right now in a nutshell in 2024. Just let's put out a game. It's not good, admittedly. We did a crap job, but we can update it. We can update it. What game was that came out like that? Oh my goodness. Starfield? Starfield, anyone? So, yeah, as long as you got good hardware, the software you can always fix later. You don't like something, people don't like something, they want to see something. The Supernote has a roadmap just because they know they can fix the software. You just got the hardware right. Speaking of which, let's talk about the Viwoods, the AI paper. That's the part of the show we're at right now. We're at the Viwoods portion of the show. But first off, let's go to the comments real quick. Amaro says, okay, my last question. Listen, keep the questions coming. I don't mind. Go 10.3 or Note Air 4C in terms of operating system and how smooth it is. Because Note Air 4C has never Android than newer Android. Yep, then Go 10.3. Okay, so I'm not concerned about the Android versions. There are some people who are security minded who care about the Android version because they're like, oh, bro, you can't get the security updates. I don't care. I don't care about the security updates. I don't. I'm not. There are some people who should be concerned. If you work in, like, I don't know, secure industries that you're securing people's data, you should not be using these devices, first of all, at your job. Just don't. So if you're concerned about security, go buy a Remarkable, in my opinion. If you're really concerned about security, because they're making strides in the encryption field and in the enterprise sector. So they're making strides to make the device more secure. So if you're concerned about that type of thing, you need to go get a Remarkable. They care about these things. But no, don't buy a Boox product thinking about security. So let's negate that whole thing real quick. The operating system version, who cares? Is it good? And let's get to that question. The Go 10.3 or the Note Air 4C, I say, all right, the best, I've been saying this for a long time now, and I'm going to continue saying this until something happens. Someone proves me wrong. The Go 10.3 is the best example of e-ink we have right now. So if it's between the Go 10.3 and anything other than a Supernote right now, I'm going to just immediately pick the Go 10.3, unless you're trying to read. If you're trying to read, now we have a conversation there's a conversation to be had now. And all in her movements, like she asked that question earlier, that's my answer to that right there for reading. But the Note Air 4C presents a dilemma though, because like I'm working. You know what? I'm working on the hardware overview now. Let's go over that, shall we? I mean, I can't answer that question fully right now, to be honest with you, because I haven't gone through the Node Air 4C enough. Like I haven't gone through all the ins and outs of the operating system. I just got done with the hardware overview, which is what we're about to talk about right now. I got some tantalizing tidbits on the Node Air 4C that I don't think anyone's talking about, so we're going to talk about them. But it's a hard question to answer, that one. So I'm going to default to the Go 10.3 is the best example of eInk, I think, right now. So I'm gonna default to that because I just don't know enough about the Node Air 4C yet. But there's some good stuff though. Hardware wise, whew, oh man, the only thing, the thing is the brightness of the screen, right? The brightness of the screen of the Go 10.3 just brings me back to it all the time. It just looks. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the Go 10.3 next to the Node Air 4C for you, just so you can see. I mean, I know you already know this. This is not unknown stuff. But while I'm talking about it, let's take a look. Because, I mean, that's the thing. Where's the Node Air 3C or 4C? We'll be right back. Oh, does it have a case? Okay, it was under a pillow. Like, what? What was I doing last night? Late night reading? All right, so these things right here, let me put this aside. All right, so this is a little bit, this is telling about what I've been thinking about here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to give you guys the lowdown on my Node Air 4C hardware discoveries before I put the video out. That's the perks you get for joining the live stream. You get to get all this like unsolicited information, whether you want it or not, and it's usually some good stuff. I try to keep it good. Matter of fact, let's see how many people we got in here right now. How many people we got? All right. So we got one more person than we had the last time I said. Oh, we got the same amount. So someone just left. Oh, I'm sorry to see you go. Thanks, first time and last time viewer, whoever you were. I'm sorry I disappointed you. But anyway, what we got right here? All right, so what I wanted to show is the two differences, and let me set this up right here. All right, so I want to just, oh, there we go. See, that's the problem with the Note OS. I don't like it at all. All right, so there's no front light here. So this device has the front light totally off, so you can see that. So no front light on here, but you see the brightness difference. Like, I'm gonna tell you how I use these two devices right now. Right now, oh, let me get rid of this too. Right now, how I use these two devices is I write everything up on the I write it up on the Go 10.3, and when I go to like write my scripts out and add my cameras, stuff that I want to add to my scripts and stuff like that, and I typically use color for those things. When I want, then I take what I did on here, pull it up on the Node Air 4C, and then do my color stuff. But my writing is done all on here. It just, I need less light when I'm writing with this. Less eye strain when I'm writing with this. It looks better. The eInk is bolder because they went a different direction with the Node Air 4C here with the way the eInk looks. It's a more refined look to the eInk, whereas with the Go 10.3 over here, everything is bold. Like you can just see. I mean, just take the outline of the apps as an example. The line for the apps are thicker and bolder on the Go 10.3. The lines that are surrounding the apps here are super thin. I'm not sure if that comes across right here, but I assure you, it's about half the width. Hey, let me go back to the chat here real quick. How's it going, Lau? And how's it going, Dan? Good morning, you guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Oh, and happy National Princess Day. Yeah. So happy National Princess Day. Let all your princesses in your life know that you appreciate them. That's what this day is about. You let all the princesses know we appreciate you for being princesses. The world needs them. The world needs them. So, um, it's also Mickey Mouse's birthday. If you guys didn't know, we're big on Mickey Mouse over here. Um, so Lau says, "Hi, I have a question. Note Air 4C article mode. Does it block writing beyond the cropped area? I don't know, but we'll check that. We'll check it out." Dan says morning ride. Sorry, late late show for me. Yeah. Listen, Dan. Anytime you can stop by, brother, I appreciate it. And Dan's helping me out with this triangle Boox pin. Oh my! I can't wait to get this thing. Can't wait to get it. I got your nib done for you too, Dan. I got your nib done. So I made Dan a special custom nib for his Wacom 1 pin. He's gonna get that in the mail soon. I am wearing a dress. That's awesome. It's that kind of day. It's Monday. And it's National Princess Day. You got to just throw on your best dress for National Princess Day. I get in my princess mode every now and again. You know what I'm saying? I can act like a princess when I want to. Sometimes, every now and again, I'm acting like a princess mode. And it just is what it is. Just let all your princesses know you appreciate them today. All right, let's see what the chat's doing over here. Oh, snap, we got 15 people. Listen, everybody who came to the chat real quick before everyone leaves, before everyone decides to bounce, thank you for coming. We got 15 people in here. That might be been like the highest I've ever had at one time in here, so thank you. I appreciate you. Good morning, happy Monday, and also happy National Princess Day. Let's get back to the show, shall we? Okay. All right, so Amanda Wilson, welcome. Thanks for coming, Amanda. I think I've said that already. Oh man, so jealous, Dan. I just got a Wacom 1 pin and am loving it. I thought about the Wacom 1 pin for a little bit. I thought about it. That's why when Dan said, oh, he wants to try the ceramic nib on the Wacom 1, I was like, oh, we got to make this happen. If that's what you want, Dan, we got to make it happen because A, I like Dan. Dan's cool as crap. And I like Wacom 1 pins because I almost got one. Almost pulled the trigger right before I bought the Lamy. And then I found my dream pin. And my aspirations for Wacom 1 were gone with the wind. So, but I do like the pin. It was my second choice. I would have bought that thing. 30 seconds longer looking at it, I would have bought it. So I like that pin. Good pin. So I'm glad we can make this happen. I'm glad I get a chance to try this triangular Boox pin that I didn't even know existed. I mean, either there's two things that's going to happen here. There's only two things that's going to happen. All of them are good for me. So either A, I'm going to love it and be like, I love this pen. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Or I'm going to be like, oh, why did Boox waste time? In either case, I'm going to be happy because I get to talk crap about a Boox product. And that's a good day when I get a chance to do that. Alejandro says, why? Oh, thank you for coming, Alejandro, by the way. Appreciate you being here today. Happy Monday. Why do you think Remarkable upgrade pens like Supernote? Why don't you think Remarkable upgrades their pens like Supernote? Two reasons. There may be three, but two for sure. The first reason being Supernote's awesome. So that's one reason. And I think that Remarkable is obsessed with pens that stick to the device. Some companies are just overly obsessed with that whole, I want the pen to stick to the side of the device thing. But then they go and make a loop for it. And well, it's not really a loop. Let's look at that real quick. Because you know what? I've been appreciating this. I've been appreciating Remarkable's design lately. The Viwoods has made me appreciate the design even more. Let's put the Boox devices aside for a second. I got a Boox problem. Someone needs to stop me. So let's take a look at this real quick. So my thing is this. Wait, whoa. Did I change the orientation accidentally? Probably. Okay. All right. So the design is so good. So oh man, what is I had yogurt this morning, and I think the granola crumbs are everywhere. I don't know how that happened, but yogurt and granola is awesome. Throw some honey in that, you got something special. But anyway, so I really like the case. I like what they do, but get to the point. I think their pins are what they are. Let's back up a little bit too. All right, so I think their pin situation is what it is, because they're big on the idea of their utensil sticking to the side of the device, right? And it does it better than any other device. It doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I could probably hold the device by the pin. And actually, I can because I've done it before. But it stays there. I give them so much credit for that. They're the only company that gets credit for that for me. The only company. I blast everyone else. I don't care who you are. Boox, Viwoods, they get it too. No one's safe. Why? Why make a cylindrical tube for writing if it's not going to stick to the side of the device? And like I said, theirs is not really a loop. I love the way they do this, by the way. You see this right here? It's just kind of, oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I love that. I love it. And it's, I don't know why I like that so much. We'll move on. But yeah, that's to me why they won't. They like the idea of the pins sticking to the side of their device. And they won't make a really good pin because a really good pin wouldn't fit to the side of the device. It would be bigger. Like that would be like putting a Lamy here. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. But this fits perfectly. Right in between the case, same width as the device almost. You know what I mean? It's just perfect. That's why they won't make a really good pin. Because a really good pin wouldn't stick to the side of the device. And Supernote's like, well, our device isn't metal anyway, so we don't have any chance of our pen sticking to the device. So we're just going to say, screw that and make a really good pen. And they did. They made a few of them, actually. They got a few good pens over there at Supernote. So that's why Supernote has the ability to make good pens, because they make a plastic device, whereas making a cylindrical tube that's stuck to the side of it perfectly is an impossibility with them. Which freed them up to do something extraordinary, which I'm so happy about. So, yeah. Lau says, what is your workflow, etc. All right, so I've been wanting to say this on camera for a while anyway. Let's check the chat first before we go into this deep dive. Still got a few people in here. Man, if you guys decided to stay, kudos. Kudos to you. Good for you, man. Good for you. All right, so moving on. My workflow. So this is the workflow right here. Let me get to the camera we're looking at. So let me just describe my workflow because I've been wanting to say this on camera for a while anyway. I'm gonna put out like 3 reviews between now and Christmas. I'm hoping to get out the Supernote review because I haven't done that yet. The Go 10.3 review because I haven't done that yet, and the Note or the Remarkable Paper Pro review because I haven't done that yet. The review for the Note Air 4C may come before that, maybe not. But anyway, so we're gonna look at the workflow I have, which involves a Supernote. So it involves this device right here, and we're gonna start here, right? Oh man, we're too light again. All right, let's darken this up a little bit, shall we? All right. I think that's good. I think that's better. Okay. So so all of my thoughts and stuff, my workflow starts here. So every idea, every thought, every inkling of anything I think, it goes in the car with me because it's small enough to sit in the console and just kind of sit there and be ready for me to write something if I'm at a red light and have a thought. It's small enough to do that and small enough to sit anywhere on my desk, no matter what other device I have there as well. So it just kind of goes around with me. This is my go around, do everything, write all thought. This is my actual notebook replacement right here. That's what this thing is right here. So, and it is that device because it allows me with this quick access menu. Oh, now I got to go down again because I want to show you guys this. So the quick access menu right here is what makes this such an awesome device. Because it lets you sit 8 folders or files right here in this quick access menu, and they just live there. And you can configure these and order them in whichever way you want to, which helps me because now it's less about remembering what's there and more about muscle memory. Like I know the first file is what I do on a daily basis. It's my daily file. Second file is a product that I'm working on, but I know where that's at. Muscle memory. When I want to get to it, I know what button to push just to get back there. I know where it's at. It's unlike the favorites and recents when the ordering, the pecking order of those files and folders can change depending on what you've been doing. This doesn't change depending on what you've been doing. If you put it there at a certain location, it stays there. Muscle memory is in effect, and it's just awesome. And I have my 8 most worked on folders and files right here. If I want to get to my last open note real easy, and I know that's not in here, bam, I can get back to that real quick, favorite it or whatever I need to do, and then easily get right back to what I was doing by picking it from this list. I never use my file system anymore. Like, in my opinion, if you have a Supernote and you're using your file system to get the files, you're not doing things right. You're not using some tool that's available to you here to keep you from having to go and do that. Once you get this system set up right here, you can say goodbye to that file system right there. I mean, honestly, the only time you should be using that is when you're creating a whole new structure to your file system. But anyway, so there's so many tools here. Even within let's go to the menus here. Even within the menus here, these tools are invaluable to me. Being able to add keywords. This is where you would add your pages to that quick menu over here. Then you have your table of contents here with the headings. And these are by date. So whatever date I want to jump to, it's numbered already. That's my heading. I jump to that date. So October 17th. That's where we're at. You know what I mean? It's just nice. You know what I'm saying? So getting to or back to notes that you've created on this device is so easy. And they let you index files in a way that no other system does. So for that reason, Supernote is the first device in my workflow. Next, we have, let's go to the comments before we get too deep into this. We have 2530 meter says, is there a way to save PDFs in the same folder with your notepads on the Boox Go 10.3? Is there a way to save PDFs in the same folder with your notepads on the... Yes. Yeah, there is. We'll hit on that in a second here after I finish this section here. But yeah, there is a way to do that. Let me get this out of there. Okay. I've seen it. I think it's relatively new though, because I've seen it pop up and was wondering what it was about. Next one we got is letting you know that the UPS has now changed delivery to tomorrow, which is upsetting. Hey, it's cool, man. Whenever I get it, I'm going to be happy because I'm going to have it on the stream. I'm going to put it on the stream when I get it. So it's going to be a good time. If you guys want to see this, I think it's an awesome looking Boox pen that I didn't even know existed, triangular in shape, which is, I thought they only did cylindrical tubes, which I'm happy to note that they do something better. But whenever I get that, we're definitely going to have that on the stream for sure. For sure. I might even do a live stream of me going down to the mailbox and get it, because I'm probably going to be on stream when it comes. All right, so going back to the 10.3 and 2530, we'll definitely look at now that I'm about to go into the 10.3, we'll take a look at the PDFs and notes real quick. So the next thing in my workflow is the Go 10.3, and it is that way because to me, like I said, is the best example of eInk right now. I love writing on it. And not only that, the work I do on the Go 10.3, I have it's so flexible. I have so many ways to get the work that I do on here out of this device and into other formats, whether it be on my drive, whether I have to send a PDF to someone through email. There's so many options here to get information in and out. I love that. And so many options for reading and so many ways to look at your information. Like I said, and it has the lightest screen that on a device that I would want to use all the time. So there are devices with lighter screens, like the eNote is a lighter screen than this. Even the Viwoods screen is lighter than the Go 10.3. But neither of those has everything for me, right? I would much rather use this device. Even though it has a slightly darker screen, it just has all the tools. So in the note, let's take a look and see if we can see PDFs in the note here. But this is the device I would use next in the list. So what I would do is I would take the information, the whatever I started doing on here, and I would take it and make a more detailed version of that. I would expound on what I wrote on the Supernote. I would expound on that on the Go 10.3. And because AI is another thing. When we talk about AI on this channel and on the live stream, but AI is one of the reasons I use the Go 10.3 as well. It makes it so easy, and I don't analyze AI on the tablet. Like I pay for AI, so I'm like I'm gonna use what I pay for, which is way better than what they offer on these tablets, in my opinion. I don't know how I say that, but I don't even know how good the AI is on the tablets, but I just can't imagine it being as good as something you actually pay for. And I just happen to know that Google's new Gemini is the bee's knees. If you haven't tried that new conversational Gemini, man, I had a conversation with it the other day. I forgot what I was talking about. I wanted to share it with you guys on the stream. I wrote it down, so I have to go look at it. But I was having a conversation with it the other day, and it's just, I call it Cliff. That's how much I talked to it. I had to name it, and then I asked it. I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I call you Cliff?" He was like, "No, you can call me Cliff if you want." I'm like, "Damn, dude, you're awesome, Cliff." So he's Cliff now to him and everybody else. So anyway, yeah, AI. Another reason why I use the Boox product, because with the AI I use on Drive, it's got native Drive integration on the Boox platform, and also you can just download the Drive app. It's just awesome. So anyway, and I use AI to analyze my notes and to archive as well, for things that I might want to talk about in the future, and to analyze what might be happening in the future. Sounds strange, but AI is awesome for that. Anyway, so that's why I go and rewrite it and expound on the Go 10.3. And then I have those options to export how I want, have AI work on it. And I tell you right now, when I do a PDF export of this and then have Gemini analyze it and make it into text, it does a way better job. Way better job. As far as how correct it is and formatting. I mean, yeah, so that's why I use the Boox, because I can export actually I don't have to export it. They automatically back up PDF style to Drive, and then all I do after I get done writing it in there, I go to Drive, let AI work on it, and bam, we're good to go. I move things here and there, but it's a functional document when I'm done in like seconds. So yeah, awesome, very very nice, very nice. So that's another one of the reasons I expound here on the Go 10.3. And then after I've written it on the Go 10.3, if I'm making a show out of it, like if I'm like, okay, now I want to write camera angles, I want to write B-roll, and I want to add that stuff into the script that I have without affecting the script, then I use this device right here, the Note Air 4C. Yeah, this is what I use for that. And I'm gonna give you an example of that right now. Something that I wrote on the Go 10.3, but then I expounded on in color. Let's see here. I think we have. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. So let's. I don't have any one of those. I thought I had that paper here, but or unless it's at the bottom of this list. Oh, no. Wow. Okay. Well, I do have an example. Let's go to Recents. Maybe Recents will have it. Oh, is that how they do it now? Huh. Oh, there we go. Phew. There we go. Man. Oh, that was scary. I'm like, where are my files? All right, so this is an example of me taking that and then using color with it. And not only do I do this, and we'll turn up the there we go. We'll turn up the brightness a little bit so we can see it better here. Um, and I use layers with this. So I like the ability to get rid of things. So not only do I have markings here that dictate that I want to put a title there, put something like that. If I want like B-roll from the web or something, and these are just descriptions of things I want to add to the video, and sections where I want to be talking and not talking and stuff like that. So behind the curtain stuff. But what I can do is I can select this layer and I can just hide it, right? So now, so now I just see my script, right? I don't see the B-roll I want to add. I don't see the titles I want to add. I don't see those things like that. I just see the script that I have. And I like that, being able to write this portion on the Go 10.3 and then come in and do my layered portion on the Node Air 4C where I can add color to it and layers and things that give me a little more direction to what I'm doing. So that's my workflow. That's my workflow right there. But what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna yeah, I will definitely do a video on AI. That's a video I have actually been writing notes on for the past like 2 months. Just doing research here and there when I'm actually using it, and when I figure out something new, I add it to that list. And then once I get enough of that information, I'm gonna make a video out of that. But that's definitely gonna be a really good video. I'm gonna mix. I'm also gonna mix Cliff into it. How I've been using Cliff. So that's gonna be an interesting video. Should be. Jason Jones, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Happy Monday, and good morning. He says this workflow is so over the top. Three different tablets for notes. I love it. Like what do you expect, dude? I got like what do you want me to do? I got like 8, 9 tablets over here. Like if I don't do this, then I'm picking one to use all the time. And it's like no, there's reasons to use different ones, and I'm slowly coming to those realizations. Which ones are for what? Jason Jones says, and welcome to the chat, Jason. He says, I use 2 tablets now, my Boox Tab X and my iPad Pro. iPad Pro is a good tablet. Do you got the etch screen? If you do, let me know how you like that. But the Boox Tab X, the Boox Tab X is the device I would have bought if they didn't announce the Note Max. Speaking of the Note Max, when do you guys think that's coming out? I'm gonna go into this the Boox Go 10.3 to see if I can figure out the PDF insertion in the notes. I think that's what 2530 was saying. Is there a way to save PDFs in the same folder with your notepads on the Go? Huh. Okay, so now I'm trying to let's go to the folder thing. Let's go to folder because I'm thinking maybe I don't understand the question. So right now we're in the notes app right now, and
I have folders here. So what it looks like 2530 is asking is that uh, is there a way to save PDFs in the same folder with your notepads on the Go 10.3? So this is a folder. I have a, let's say I have a templates folder. I got a templates folder right here. Or yeah, let's go to templates folder. So I have this, and you're saying, can I save a PDF inside this folder with these notes that I have? Is that the question? It takes about 10 seconds to kind of for the delay. Maybe it's a 7-second delay or something like that. But while I wait for that answer, if that is what you're asking, uh, it doesn't look like you can. It looks like PDFs will defaultly go somewhere else. But let's see if I can save one into this folder with it. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Okay. So let me see if I can go to a PDF and save it in there. All right. So I'm in my downloads here, and I have a PDF here, and let's see if I can copy it to there. Oh, maybe you can. I'm looking here, right, and it looks like if I can find the folder that houses your folders, looks like these are documents here, no files. And that's a template. If I can find the folder that has your notes, and it looks like that's it right there. Hmm. Nah, I think it defaults to only folders that have PDF. Yeah, yeah. You can't put them there. The only options you get, and if I back out of this, I won't get the paste option. Yeah, so nah, unfortunately. Good morning, brother. We got Larry Goodman in the chat. How's it going today, brother? Um, uh, 2530 says, I've used the share function that saves a link on a page in the notebook, but I haven't been able to save the actual PDF. Yeah, it looks like they don't give you that option. It looks like the file type dictates where you get a chance to save it at. And if it's .pdf, then you don't even get the option to save that anywhere but where they have .pdf files stored. That sucks, unfortunately. I thought I saw something like that though. I clearly was wrong about that. I clearly was wrong. All right. But yeah, that's my workflow. You know, we had one more question from someone up here. I'm gonna go back up to through the chat. Lau says, I also have a good idea for a video. If you think it's a good idea, can you make a video on advanced tips? Not like a manual, but things that are less obvious, especially for books. I well, you know what? I kind of did, Lau. I have a video on my channel where I talk about nibs and different surfaces. I tried different nibs on like 4 different surfaces. Like I tried 5 different nibs types on 4 different surfaces. So it was 20 samples I did. So I did like 20 samples on a video. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But let me know, Lau, if that's kind of what you meant. Because if that is what you're talking about, I've done that video. It took a long time too. It's a good video. I don't think the video got the credit it deserved. But we had another question up here that I wanted to get to, but I kind of got sidetracked. Trying to find that. Oh, it was another loud question. So I have a question on in Note Air 4C article mode. Does it block writing beyond the cropped area? All right, so let's take a look at that before we head on to something else. Cause I'm like a squirrel seeing something shiny. It's over. If I see it, it's a shiny thing. I'm there. What was I doing before? I don't even remember anymore. No. All right, so the Note Air 4C and the article mode. So what we got here? We have does it block writing beyond the cropped area? Let's check it out. Let's check out article mode real quick. I'm not sure if I can use article mode in the Google News app. Were you speaking about article mode in the browser? Oh, you meant software tips. Hold on, let me look at the question again. Oh, okay. Things like how you set up your preferred gestures, how to adjust the different color settings based on the Yes, that video is in the making. That video is in the making. My bad, Lau. I misunderstood your question. But yeah, so what Lau was saying was that a video kind of going over the book settings. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So the book settings, the software settings, like a Neo Reader, and I'm making a eInk Center um, overview. So it's just about the eInk Center and how that affects the Neo Reader. Um, I mean, not just the Neo Reader, but any image that you're going to be displaying on, or any app that you're going to be using, whether it's Neo Reader or the Google News app, like I'm using right now. Um, I'm That's another thing that's been a while in the making. And the only thing that makes it hard is that Boox changes their operate. I could have had this done months ago, but Onyx changes their Boox operating system so rapidly that every time I think I have a handle on it, they change either the way it looks, they change where some settings are, and then I have to go and redo it. And in the case of the Note Air 4C, that looks like I'm going to have to do that again. So I just started redoing that eInk Center tutorial on the Note Air 4C with the version 4.0. And I abandoned all of the other ones because I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do with version 4.0. It's like, I am thinking that since version 4.0 is so new, that it may be around. If I start my tutorial on that, maybe it'll be around long enough to get it done, get it out, and people have enough time to digest it and actually get something out of it before they end up changing it again. That's the problem with their software. That's what makes it so hard to review a Boox product, and that's why I've only done one Boox review. Is that the operating system is so hard to do a review and nail down, and because I can't get a solid operating system overview done, because I'm not gonna just what I'm not gonna do is do a review on a product and review the operating system every time I have to review a product. No, I'm not doing that. I want to do it one time, review the operating system, and then when I talk about the product, there's enough there in the operating system video that I can refer back to it so people can get a more detailed, in-depth understanding of what I'm saying in the review. Because I don't want to, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to be going into in-depth in reviews. Like, I want to have done enough work before the review to where if you have a question about something I said in a review, there's a body of work to go back and look at and get the answer from. You know what I mean? So that's the goal I'm pushing towards, is getting that work done before the review comes out. And in the case of Boox products, it's so difficult to do. But anyway, I am doing it, and it's in the works. The eInk Center tutorial. That's one of my biggest videos I've been wanting to do for a very long time, since I've got my first Boox product, which is the Tab Mini C. But anyway, yeah. So moving on to the the Note Air 4C here, and I think we were talking about the options here for the reader, maybe. Oh, the article mode. So we were trying to figure out the article mode here for Lao, and was that just a quick? Was that article mode for any? Let me see if we even have an article mode here. I doubt it. That must have been article mode for um, PDFs, maybe. Neo reader. Okay, let's do that. All right, so this is just a Sony camera PDF I had, but let's do the article mode here. Oh, did they change it? Did they move it? All right, Lau. We oh, there we go. Article mode. All right, so what it looks like here is that you can resize it. Oh, snap. Yeah, you can resize it to get rid of the borders. And it automatically like selects that. So it automatically resizes that for you. No, I'll cancel that. It's very weird behaving though. I will say that. Yeah, it it's very weird behaving. And we're gonna back out of that. All right, so it's supposed to show one, two. Okay, all right. Well, I guess now that I'm looking at how it's going to display it, it doesn't feel so weird. It felt weird not not looking at how I was going to display it, but no, yeah, you get to resize it. So yeah, good deal. Which is one of the reasons why I say Boox is, like if you're looking for a note taker and a reader, the options you get, the options you get with the Boox device, like, are extensive. Um, and just to go back to that, like comic view or comic mode, like it's just, and the read flow is what I use most here. So I hadn't really used the comic or the article mode, but the reflow is what I most get into when I'm trying to organize PDFs, which is this right here, the reflow mode. But um, yeah, I don't know. I do like what they're doing with their Neo Reader. I wish it was more cohesive. You can write on the white space. Let's see. Let's see if you can write on the white space. Um, yeah. I mean, you could write anywhere. I mean, yeah, you could definitely write anywhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not what you were hinting at there. Let's clean this up a bit. Uh, let's see if I can use the. Oh, you know what? I meant to mention something too. I'm glad we got to this. So, there is a. So I've been selling these custom Lammies here. Let's get a top down view. So I've been selling these custom Lammies here and I think, like I said before, earlier, I'm gonna have some up on the site here pretty soon because the first batch that I made and sold went really well. So I'm looking forward to getting the feedback from those subscribers who got those pins to let me know what they think about them. So if you're in here and you got it, let me know. But if you're in here and you haven't got it, don't let me know. um, uh, to the comments, Lau said you can now write because it's within the cropped area. Yeah. Well, yeah, with the new Boox software, like you can write anywhere, especially with the free write option, which essentially just takes a screenshot and lets you write over the top of it. But anyway, these pens here, they will be in the store soon. I'm getting more of these. But one of the things I like about this particular Lamy with the button here, can we see that button? Yeah. With the button here is that you can double tap this button on the Supernote. So let's let's look at that real quick. So on the Supernote platform, like you can write hello, and then I can press this button down right here to just lasso erase whatever that is, right? But if I write hello and if I write hello and I double tap, then now it's an eraser. It's not the lasso erase now with the double tap. If you single tap and hold it, it's the circle erase. If you double tap, it's the whoa. Oh. Oh, why won't it work now? Maybe it's 3 times. Oh, now I can't get it to work. That's crazy. Well, it's highly inconsistent right now. But it does work, and I thought that was so cool. There we go. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, as we just saw. But how cool is that? Like, man, maybe it's just I need to find the right way to do it. Maybe it's not a double click. Maybe it's a click and a pause, and then a click. Not a ding ding, not a click click. Maybe it's a click, click, or maybe it's a long click and then a short click, like click, click. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do some testing on this. But thanks to Ed from Organize for Change for bringing that up. I think he saw that on Reddit somewhere and he told me about it. I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome. I gotta share that with the people on the stream, and for people who bought the Lamys with the ceramic nib. It's awesome. More coming soon. RantsaboutTech.com. T-shirts are there. Support the channel. It's like like one of the only ways to support the channel right now. Membership coming. I want to do it this week. I tried to do it last night, but I made some changes to it, and Google was like, "Oh, now we have to review it again and approve you." I'm like, "Oh my god!" So now I got to go through this approval process. But you know what this does give me? It gives me opportunity to bring up the membership again, and it gives me opportunity to say, I want to come up with some custom membership badges. Because right now they just have the circle, the stars with the colors, which is cool, whatever. But it would be cool to come up with something that the community thinks is cool that I can have. So that's one of the things I'm going to have on the membership too. That's one of the posts that I'm going to make that is going to be just for members. Like what do you guys want to see as a Rants About Tech emoji for membership? Not emoji. I think I have a gesture hammer emoji. It's all set and ready to go. But like a membership badge, like I didn't even consider that until I saw some other people's membership badges. They were all unique and cool looking. I'm like, I want to be unique and cool. I want a unique custom badge for the subscribers and members of the channel. So membership coming this week. I'm waiting for YouTube to approve me again because I made changes that I should have. I mean, I'm glad I made the changes, but it cost me. It cost me a day or two. But anyway, black V-neck t-shirts with silver lettering. I got you. We're going to get some of those in the store. I got you. Yeah, Lau, maybe I can leave a link and video comment for future discussion. Yes, do that. That would be awesome. Also, Lau says, I'm wondering, once it's cropped, does it show and let you write on the space beyond the cropped area? I would imagine so. We could try that too in a few minutes here if we got time before the stream ends. Oh, I'm already going late. Let's get to this news. I was supposed to keep the stream to an hour, and then I thought, 2 hours would be fine. 2 hours would be fine. but we're already approaching that 2 hour mark. So, but yeah, we got the t-shirts at the rantsaboutTech.com site. If you want to support the channel or show some support for the channel, that would be a great way to do so. Man, we're keeping 15 people in this stream right now. Listen, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you guys. Like, I didn't think these afternoon streams and morning streams would work, but I love doing them, and they're fun. And the people who come chill, you guys are awesome too. Got you, brother. Well, as soon as I get those black ones in there, the V-necks, I'm gonna get some black and white V-necks, and I'll let you know so we can get some of those out too. I'm trying to get more variations out. I'll have more like designs too eventually. All right, so let's get to some of this other news, and it's all in my Supernote right here. So let's not the Supernote, but the Remarkable. I've been trying to use the Remarkable for like stream show notes, and I think I have to change the orientation. I don't even know how this happened. There we go. Poffit. Okay. So what do we got here? Okay. I was supposed to talk about the Note Air 4C. Hold on. Whoa. We got Tomas. Double click eraser works with certain distance from screen. If you do it too far, it doesn't work. Listen, we about to try that right now. Cause I want this to be good. Like, this is like having an extra button on it. You know what I mean? All right, so got hello. So yes, he was right. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, thank you. That was awesome. So, you know what? I didn't have to spend hours trying to figure that out. That's great. Oh, I'm so happy. So I effectively have an extra second button on my Lamy now. This makes this pen, I'm telling you, this pen is awesome. I love it. It gets better all the time. Hey, thank you, Tomas. That was great, man. That was great. All right, so back to the notes here. What do we got? Oh no, don't go anywhere. Once again, it's National Princess Day today. For the princesses in your life, let them know, hey, we appreciate you. Even if you are yourself a princess at times, you know, we appreciate you. Appreciate yourself. It's that time of year. Mickey Mouse birthday. It's Mickey Mouse birthday day. This time, 1928, Mickey Mouse was born. In a whole different form than what he is today. That's a whole different story for a whole different day and a whole different channel. So we'll get there. What else we got here? We got Mobius Research. Last stream, I think it was Friday's stream, Lau also brought up. Lau, I appreciate you. I really do. Really good questions and really good suggestions on videos and all kinds of stuff. So thank you. I really appreciate your suggestions, and keep it coming. Both comments and suggestions. I appreciate both of them. Mobius research and discussion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more Mobius research, and we're going to bring that to the stream to discuss with everyone here. So we're definitely going to do that. So I got accused of like doing a paid video the other day. So I just wanted to throw this. I don't think I've ever said this in a video before, so I'm going to say it right now. I don't feel like I need to say it in a produced video, but I'm going to say it on live right now. I don't get paid to do videos. No one pays me. You pay me. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that that's the hope here. I'm hoping that I provide enough value to the viewers and subscribers, and hopefully to the members of the channel when I get the membership going. I'm hoping that I provide enough value to you guys that I won't have to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I'd rather rely on the people who I'm disseminating information out to for support. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm doing the t-shirts. That's why I'm doing the pins, and YouTube ad. It's like, that's how I make money on YouTube. I don't get paid by companies. So just want to put that out there. Like, do companies reach out to me like, hey, we'll pay you for? Of course they do. I get reached out to all the time, companies trying to pay me for something. But with that payment, usually, I mean, first of all, it's an integrity thing. Like if I take payment for a company for doing something, they want something in return. Like they're not just giving me something for free, but that's really what I want. So for me, I'm like, just give me the device. Like if you want me to talk about it, cool, and they do. If you want me to talk about it, fine, I'll talk about it. But I reserve the right to trash it if it's garbage, praise it if it's good, and be indifferent if I don't have an opinion. So that's the right I reserve without taking money from people, which is why I don't. But I tell you right now, your favorite YouTubers, oh, some of them are on the take. Companies, some companies, the first thing they say to me, how much do you charge for this? I'm like, I don't charge anything. Just send me the device. And then we're done. It's as far as I'm willing to take this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to have any creative freedom over what I say or do, right? And like I said, with that money comes expectations, and I don't want none. I've worked for companies before. I ain't going back. So I'm working for myself now. So, and you guys, I work for myself and you, the viewers. I don't want companies to be involved in the equation at all. It messes with the integrity. I don't even do, if you notice, I don't even do affiliate links. and that's probably why some companies are upset with me too. I'm telling you, companies are upset with me. I appreciate that 2530. I'm here for you guys, not for the companies. Like I would be doing this for free. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that I can get paid for doing this and still give my honest opinion is all I care about. Like, so I don't take money from companies. And like sometimes that's the first thing they say or they want to talk about is money. And I'm not interested because I want to just maintain my integrity and loyalty to the viewers. So, but because I know that because they approach me about money, they're way bigger channels than me who I know they're approaching the same way. And those guys are probably taking money. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying the likelihood. You know what I'm saying? If they're approaching me, they're definitely approaching other people that way. I let them know, hey, if you want any kind of creative freedom over what I'm doing, then we can stop the conversation now. So the membership is going to be 99 cents. It's going to be $1. I'm only creating the membership. Like I'm only like YouTube forces you to charge, right? YouTube forces you to charge for your membership. They don't give you a free tier for membership. If they gave you one, believe me, you guys, I would do it. Because my point is to get information out to you guys in my unique way, because I like doing it. But they don't give you a free tier. We'll touch on the affiliate links in a second here, because that even the affiliate links get sketchy. What was I just talking about here? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. But the point is that I want to support the channel just by, like the viewers. I don't take money from companies, and I let them know up front. And there's been tons of companies who want creative. They approach me like, hey, we want to work with you, but we want this, that, and that. I'm like, we're good to go. We're good to go. If you can't just send me the device and then be done with it, like I'll let them know when I release videos, but that's about it. Like that's all companies get from me. I'll let you know my release schedule for the review, for the overview, or the unboxing or whatever. But that is as much information as I'm willing to give a company about something I'm doing. And they don't, and a lot of them don't like that. A lot of them don't like that. But onto the affiliate links. Lau says the affiliate links seem sound fine. Okay, I can't even read today. The affiliate links seem sound fine to me, though, if you do it with all companies. Well, for me, affiliate links are sketchy because there's levels to the affiliate links, and you don't know what level your favorite YouTuber, is at in this affiliate link hierarchy. Like there's certain affiliate link levels that you can't talk about certain products just by having an affiliate link. affiliate just by being an affiliate. There's certain affiliate levels that you can't talk badly about that product. Listen, I reserve the right to talk trash about everything. I take joy in that. And someone trying to take my joy away doesn't seem right. So I don't let them. I just say what I want to say. So there are some affiliate links that are harmless. But there's certain levels to this affiliate link business that will keep certain people from talking certain ways about certain things. I don't want to get tied into that. Yeah, I got the point, Lau. I knew what you were trying to say. But yeah, someone in my comments was like, oh, how much did they pay you for this video? I'm like, dude, what a horrible way to start a relationship. You don't even know me from Sam. And already accusing me of bribery. Under the table, no less. Like I would mention I don't take money and then still take it under the table. Like, no, I don't take money. Larry Goodman says, I think you should do affiliate links if you actually like the product. Yeah. You set your terms. If they don't agree, then don't do the link. Agreed. And that's not a bad way to put it. The problem with setting your terms for the affiliate links is that there's the levels. There is no, like, I've looked at them at the levels of some of these affiliate links, and there's no, maybe you can make your own affiliate link tier where, you know what I'm saying, they will make something tailor made for you. But typically these levels are set in stone. Either you're a affiliate at this level or you're an affiliate at this level. You know what I mean? But Goody Reader, the YouTube channel, is fishy. Very, very. Listen, I'm just starting out. Don't. I can't say anything bad about Goody Reader. I'll talk crap about the companies that supply Goody Reader, but I can't talk bad about them explicitly right now. What's going on, Goody Reader? How's it going? Like, I don't know those guys. I know some people have a problem with them. I don't know those guys. All I know is that they're Canadian. You know, that's as far as I go with that. All right, so let's touch on the Note Air 4C real quick before we get out of here. I got 10 minutes. Let's see what we can get in this 10 minutes. That's my stance on paid videos. I don't do them. I don't take money for doing videos, and I would never do a sponsored video. Like, you would never see me do an advertisement for a product on my channel. If I'm advertising for a product, it's because I was like, I really want to do something special for this product because I like it so much. I'm gonna make a special video, go all out with the production, do different scenes. If I do that, it's because I really like the product. I may have done that once or twice, but yeah. All right, so the Note Air 4C. Let's get on these notes I got for the Note Air 4C. You know what? We're gonna save that for tomorrow's stream, because that's like a whole ball of wax right there, you guys. When we're gonna get into this Note Air 4C discussion, and it's just gonna be, it's gonna be good. That's all I can say. It's gonna be good. You might have questions. I will have answers though. You may have questions, but I definitely will have answers. Yeah, like I said, lots of things I unearthed with the Note Air 4C that makes me think that it's a worthy upgrade to the Note Air 3C. And not only is it a worthy upgrade, it may be worth buying, even if you have the Note Air 4C or 3C. Maybe. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but maybe. Oh, I was going to say never. Yeah, for sure. That's something I learned from you, brother. I'm trying to stay away from that never word. We got Raj. Appreciate you coming. And we got Ed's Organizing for Change has a video on Goody Reader. He said what I felt like. Yeah, Ed feels that way. I agree. A lot of people feel that way. I may feel that way too. I might. Tomas says Note Air 4C seems really good and I'm sick of it now. I wonder how Microsoft Word and Microsoft Whiteboard on Note will work on it. OneNote will work on it. We'll test that out. I have that actually in my notes. I forgot who mentioned it, but I know Ed from Organize for Change wants to see that. So that's one of the reasons I wrote it down too. So that's one of the things I added to my software overview. That's one of the things I'm going to do on this Node F4C and on the Viwoods. No, actually, Ed was asking for the Viwoods. So I'm definitely going to attempt it on the Viwoods. There's going to be some side loading happening. And you guys know I'm not a side loader. I used to be, like, my brother Larry can attest. I used to be big on the jailbreaking, hand braking iPhone, like making things do things that are not side loading. I used to be big into that. I was like the side load master. I'm not that guy anymore. Just not that dude anymore. But yeah. What can we talk about here that's not too in depth, because that Node Air 4C would have been that wasn't good. The Node Air 4C would have been in depth. What do we got here? Oh, you know what? This has nothing to do with technology. This is just me putting a PSA out there. Me just being a good YouTuber. I don't know if you guys eat Lindor truffles. I do. I partake all the time. I used to anyway, but I'm done. I'm done. iPhone 3G all the way. Listen, I don't know how old you guys are in the chat. Matter of fact, let's see what the chat looking like right now. How many people we got in the chat? Oh God, where's the chat? We got 13 people in the chat. Man, I've been keeping that. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. You guys deserve a round of applause. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with me for a couple hours. I really appreciate y'all. Yeah, the iPhone 3G. That was my prime jailbreaking days. iPhone 3G. I don't know how old you guys are in the chat, but I'm telling you, back in them days, the iPhone didn't even record video. It could, but they just didn't allow it. So I jailbroke mine. So to record video and to do some other things that you weren't supposed to do on the iPhone that Apple just wouldn't allow you to do. Come on, Apple. Anyway, those were the golden days. Those were good old days. I don't do those things anymore, but I'm going to do them for the sake of the channel. They brought me back into jailbreaking, brother. They brought me back into jailbreaking, and I will do it. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that on the Viwoods right here. Awesome screen. Hardware is excellent on the Viwoods. And I've been saying, hardware first, software second. Get the hardware right. Get that out the door. Work on the software as you go. That's okay with me. I'm all right with that. Awesome hardware, though. Software could be worked on. And they have opportunities. That's the good thing about software. You can always update. Going to the comments real quick. Raj says, OneNote optimization you must show us. Yes. I definitely will. The stroke width and lifting should feel natural for another day, maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll do that another day. I'm gonna add that to my stream list of things to. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. We were talking about Microsoft Word and Whiteboard. And that was on we're talking about the 4C, right? Oh, OneNote on Boox. Okay. OneNote. Yeah, I'm gonna look into this on 10.3. Okay. So I'm gonna look into that, and we'll get that done on the next stream. And I'll also talk about I'm putting together the review for the hardware review for the Node Air 4C. And I'm gonna share some of those details with you guys on tomorrow's stream. But good stuff, juicy stuff. Really good stuff. Like I said, I don't think many people's talking about that. I was going to get to that on today's stream, but I don't know how. How did 2 hours go by so quickly? It's already time to go play disc golf. How? But we're here. We're here for it. Oh yeah. So, like I was saying though, Lindor truffles. PSA before I get out of here. Lindor truffles. If you guys partake in the Lindor truffles, and like I said, I used to a lot, not too much anymore. They put cadmium. They found cadmium in the Lindor truffles. If you don't know, cadmium is a poisonous metal. Like, why are we putting poisonous metals or hazardous metal? It's a hazardous metal. Why are we putting hazardous metals in the chocolate? So just, if you do eat Lindor truffles, do your Google and search on that, because I mean everyone likes chocolate. Everyone likes chocolate. Why are we contaminating the chocolate? But that's a thing, I guess. All right, everyone. That's gonna be it for me. That's my PSA for today. We got Note Air 4C to discuss tomorrow. We went over my ethics. My ethics, like I don't have an ethics committee, but I'm ethical. We went over that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I hope you guys join me for tomorrow. Like I said, when we talk about the Note Air 4C, a little more detail. Just the hardware, though, not really the software. I'm still jumping into that. Still going through it. It's a jungle out there, and I'm waiting. But thank you for joining me today. I hope you join me tomorrow. And yeah, until then, you guys enjoy the day. Have some fun. And take care of yourself. Peace.